Well, I believe that you are joining the call, the live stream to see how things are going to be, and I'm excited to really have you here. So, a couple of weeks or days ago, I started something similar, and I got quite a lot of response and from the people who watched the video, and one or two comments there about. Well, I will be continuing on the same thing today to just carry everyone along about the performance of the bot I've been working on with the team, Quantum Automator. By the way, having to use Zoe Forex Academy is because I'm the one in charge of Zoe Forex Academy, and I'm partnering with Quantum Automator, and we're working hand in hand. So there is no cause for alarm. It's the same person. So totally allowed. All good. Okay, so let's get started and right away. So let me just share my screen and then take it to the board. Well, I want to believe you can see my screen. You can see my screen, and if you can, that's great. Thank you. Let me start from here. Nice. 124. One. Okay. Well, I've been working for quite a while now with my guys, with my team. I'll reference them a lot. And it took quite some time before we could, come up with what we have at the moment. It was quite some time before we could, come up with work. Develop this to a fully functional board. But eventually, we were able to do that. And I think it's pertinent for me to go over what the bot can do, right? To explain in details the strength, and I would humbly admit to you, I would also talk about the weaknesses of the bot. I would talk about everything around the bot that I think I need you to know, and it's all part of the transparency policy we have, and that we are trying to, develop. A lot of people out there many times try to do do things their own way, particularly not being very transparent, especially when it comes to crucial and crucial financial tools like this. I'm going to be transparent with you, 100% transparency, and I hope you can uh, take my transparency, and I'll be brutal honest with it. So let me quickly share one of the windows I have here. Okay, great. Just a moment. Navigator, perfect, perfect. Um, yeah, I guess I did not. I was supposed to copy one of the boards to my folder, and I did not. So I'm going to do that quickly so we can have it. Okay, not this, not this. Yup. By the way, if you can't see my screen, I work a lot of code and I'm trying to. Okay, I think I should share that. I wasn't planning to share my entire screen because I think it's bad. Yup. All right. So now that you can see my screen, I work with a lot of code, and I have different types of codes that I already wrote. I compiled this on Friday, and I wanted to, to expire. So I'll just change the date to 21, and I'll give it the same time. I think I'll increase it by an hour, or let me say, fair enough. Let me do this, and then I compile. But expiry, good. Now I just compile the code, and I think I can start sharing. I guess I have to go into important folders, And you can't really take the chances these days where we have people who can do and undo. So basically, let me, so expiry. Okay, perfect. EA for okay. Let me do that. Almost there. Open data folder. Then I'll have to place it in the expert option. I think that is a name of a group. Expert option. Okay, perfect. So let me, of course, continue with my stream now. Here you go. Great. Remove. I guess I should close this and have it as okay. I'm so sorry. Okay, almost there. Perfect. So I would just share just a window and I go. So basically, this is how I'm going to. This is where I'm going to. It's one of my Forex account. I'll just trial, but excellent. So this is how the bot works. Basically, we have everything that you need to about the. So here we go, and here are the parameters. Now the parameters is basically the reason I really want to explain this. I want to go into explaining the parameters, and I hope I'm going to have to add the the um, the time frame so you can easily locate it and you can do that. So firstly is the UI setting. There's a panel, right? If I should click on OK, I believe it should display the panel. Let's do that. So it's going to let you see that the year will expire on a particular day and you have 2 days remaining. So basically, I added to 2021. I mean, on the 21st, today's 20th. So let's go. Now, there's a panel display here, but you may not see it until you use a black screen. So I would just go to the properties and select the one that has green on black. And I'll just say my bar down, I want it to be red. My bull candle, I want it to be green. My bear candle, I want it to be red. And you can also make all the settings and you're good to go. You can also make all the settings in the I mean in the EA. Yes, you can. So let's get started. So I need to save this template. I just want to save this black PA. Okay, come again. Well, and I don't know, it didn't call the function the for the what is it called? Okay, so here's the problem. Here is it. Sorry, I need to turn off auto trading in case we're live and the market opens. So we have the UI settings where if you want the panel to float, you may not really understand until you see what I'm talking about. So let me just share my entire screen so you can see what I mean by the floating panel. So if you come to FPS here, you'd see, yeah, great. This is the floating panel. This is how the panel looks like. Hopefully, let me close this. Okay. So this is how the UI looks like. And this is, you have the name of the bot, Quantum Automator, you have the market info, you have the pair you are trading, and the bid and the ask price. All of the details here are very important. And it shows you the total trade that you have, the trade info, the account info, the market info, and the log. So these are just the sections of the panel that displays. But unfortunately, this did not. I don't know. Maybe from the compilation it didn't work, or it didn't display on the other one. Something I can look into, but it doesn't affect the bot's performance. Or we can maybe even use this, which is the same thing. We have the quantum automator, the market info, the account info, and we have the trade info. So basically, it gives you an overview of what is happening in your account. And then we, yeah. So now I'm going to start by explaining how the bot works. Or basically, let's go to this. Back to here. So we have the floating panel. We have, if you set it to true, you can move the panel around. If you set it to false, it puts it on the fixed position, and then you can refresh the panel interval. You can determine the numbers of seconds, maybe 1 second, 5 seconds, whatnot. Now, these are all just the parameters, if you want where you want the panel to be, the top left, the top right, the bottom left, the bottom right, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if it's 0, it's at the top left. If it's 1, top right. So basically, those are things you just need to get yourself aware and whatnot. So you can the coloring, you can do all that. So I think I'll start from here where we have the enable daily drawdown. The daily drawdown feature is something I added to the bot that can help you protect your capital, which is why this happens to be different. Of course, I would say peculiar to this particular product, where you have and you can set your daily drawdown. By doing that, you can easily set it to true, or you can set it to no. But I recommend you taking your time sometimes to explore the bot. And in exploring the bot, you'd need to what's it called you need to take your time with it, spend a whole week, seeing how the bot works, seeing what it can do. So if you enable the daily drawdown, the bot will trade, and I'll show you the significance of this while I'm trading. If you disable the daily drawdown, it doesn't trade. It trades without that in view. So you have more like the bridle, something that puts a restraint to how the bot perform, because you can make it aggressive, you can make it less aggressive depending on what you want. Let me show you an example. For instance, we have let me do a strategy tester, and yeah, here is the bot, right? And I'm on gold, and I want to choose and the 12th of July to just make some stuff and test run. I'll take it to 5 minutes time frame. So the time frame matters many times because the numbers of trade it takes per time. So if the bot will be taking trades per 5 minutes, of course, given the logic and all of that things being equal. So basically, and here we go about the trade. Let me just run the trade so you can see those. So here is how it takes the trade. Here is how it works. You see the bot will be taking the trades per candlestick on a 5 minute time frame. So well, let me stop this spot for now, and basically that's just what I wanted to show you, to see how it actually how it functions, how it takes trade, the psychology behind the bot executing trades, and what this is how it works. So back to where we were, and here we say so there's a daily drawdown. So there's a daily drawdown you can set, and the bot stop because it can be aggressive. But when you set the daily drawdown, once you hit your stop loss or your capital breakdown, drawdown for the day, it stops trading. The truth of the matter is that as much as this is an automated bot on its own, without human input. You still have to set the parameters. Now, depending on what loss you can take, what can you risk per the capital that you have. Say on 1,000 accounts, maybe I can risk 200 per day. Trading is risky. I have to say that trading is risky, even if you are using an algorithm bot. Don't let anybody fool you with that. Trading is risky. Don't let anybody, rope you into buying things that are performing. I will tell you the truth. Trading is very risky, even if you have a 100% performing bot, because the market is not your friend. The market is crazy. I mean, the market, that is what it's all about. So you have to be ready to, you basically have to be ready to cushion yourself. Like the famous book, The Psychology of Money, where the man wrote that many times we think winning is just the only thing. There are times that loss are part of the game. Like Warren Buffett says that sometimes it's not about the traders who knows to win, but traders who knows how to lose and controls the losses. So basically, I'm going to tell you of a truth, and that was why I added this particular feature, because there is that thing called loss in trading. You can lose. Yeah, it's totally fine, but you have to ensure that the total loss more than the winning. So maybe 60, 40, 70, 30, 80, 20, 90, 10, 5, but there are losses. So you enable the daily drawdown and set it to true. Now, moving to the next line is where you can determine you go by an amount or percentage. So you can say, okay, I will risk a percentage of my trade. Let's say 1,000 account, I'll risk 10. I can risk 15%. On the 2,000 account, I can risk 20%. So if you are risking by percentage, you set this place to true, and then you can determine what percentage you are risking. Let's say I'm risking 15%. Now, if you set this place to false, it means you are using an amount, a fixed amount. So let's say on the 1,000 account, I can risk 500, and that is also what I can risk on a 2,000 account, on the 5,000, on the 10,000 account. That is also what I can risk. So that is, it's totally fine to use either of them. So see, like a 1 and 0 kind of thing. Now, the interesting part about the daily drawdown is that once you enable it and the board hits your daily drawdown, it's going to stop trading automatically, and then it closes all the trades that are running, so you don't accumulate more loss. So it automatically closes all your trade, and it stops trading for the day until the next day. Now you can set the day or the working hours right in these three input. You see the working hours, you see the start time, you see the end time. If you set it to 0 and 0 all through, you want the bot to work, 24/7. You want it to work in circle. You don't want it to stop trading. But if you set it to say maybe 8 in the morning, of course, by conversion, that will be 9 o'clock. Right? And you set it to maybe I want it to stop in the evening by 20 o'clock, you're good. So you can set the time and you can do that and set the bot. But I'll just put it at 000, and right, I'll set it to default. So basically, that is how it works with this. Now, if you enable the daily drawdown, it stops trading until the next day or until the time you set as a start time for your bot. Perfect. It makes a lot of sense. It means you lose for the day, you move on. But the profit, like I said, in the long run, of course, which I'll demonstrate, always, overturns the losses. So basically, let's move forward to where you now have the fixed amount in currency. So you can set the fixed amount of what you want to lose, or you set a percentage of your equity. So, and that's fine. Now, for the use time for daily restart, I use time for the daily reset. You can set this one to true or false. So if you want to use this time, if you want to use the working hours for your daily reset, it's fine. You set it to true. If you don't, you set it to false. Now you can also enable the daily targets. It means you have you want to achieve, say, $100 per day, or $30 per day, or $20, or even $10 per day. I give it to you that if you have, let's say, $10 per day on your $100 account, it means by 10 days you are back with your capital. All other things being equal, you're back with your capital. Awesome. Sounds very nice. And then you can set it to daily target. And then for the point settings, there are some brokers that use 3 points, like the one in the background. You can see it's 3 points that is 3357.500. So if your broker is 3 point for gold. You can, or for any currency, you set it to true, and then you change it to 3. So you change this to 3. But if your broker use maybe 2, for example, FBS, they have 2 for gold. This is 34127.75. So they use 2 decimal place. So if it is 2 decimal place, you leave it as default. That is, you just leave this as false. You leave this as false, and maybe just leave it as false or just write 2. But if your decimal place for the currency you're trading is 3, you can set this to true and set the decimal place, which is 3. In this case, it's 3. Now, and then for the panel, if you want to display the panel, you can true, you can false. And if you want the panel to not display, I'll set it to true. Now, for the money management, if you want to have it, 1 is true, false, 2 is false. And then for the fixed lot size, which I suggest you do, set it to true. If you don't use a fixed lot size and you set it to false, what happens is that um, um, it uses a martingale. Well, I mean, one of the strategies for the bot is martingale. It means when you lose a trade, it kind of multiplies the trade by the money management that you sell. I mean, by the lot multiplier 0.01, and I lost the trade. The next trade, it will multiply by 1.5, which is 0.03, 0.03, yeah, 0.03, right? And then it takes the next trade. If it loses that, it takes the 0.03 to 0.0, so 0.09, I guess. So it keeps going like that. It keeps going like that. It halves it and it adds it to that. So you can turn it off, you can set it to true or false. But I suggest if you are an early user, do not turn these settings on. By default, it's off. You can use it, so you can set it to off. Start of averaging, you can set it to 1, where the bot starts calculating the average of the total open trades after the second trade. So basically, that is what this is about. That is what this is about. And moving forward, you have the work hours, which I already explained. Then you can set your take profit per candle. So the take profit is per trade, how much of profit I want 30 at 300 points, or maybe 30 pips on 0.01, that is 30 cents. Or you can, so it takes, so if all everything is equal, or other things being equal, in a 1 hour candle, there are 60 minutes. If you put the bot on a 1 minute time frame, it takes 60 trades. Please note I said all things being equal. Now, if you win all the trades, it means that you can multiply $0.30 or 30 cents by 60, and that will be your profit for 1 hour, right? All that's being equal. So if you have a 5-minute candlestick or time, it trades every 5 minutes, to achieve this your take profit for you. Now, trading stop is the bot will start to take to trail the stop you could define, and you can set the step in the logic is that there's no stop loss. I have to emphasize on that. There is no stop loss. However, once you take a trade and it goes in your favor, you lock in profit and you on time. Without profit, if it doesn't go on profit, there's a recovery mechanism, which I wouldn't go into the details because that is exactly what the bot is all about, right? So I have the trailing stop, I have the trail start, I have the trail start is once the profit moves 50 pip from your opening position or from your current price or from the opening price rather. Once the trade moves in your favor, 50 pips to your price, what it does is that it starts to trail step by every 15 pip. So the more it moves, it trails the step by 15, it leaves it there. If the trade moves again in your direction, it does the same thing. So this is the step 300, and excuse me. Okay, fine. We have the maximum trade. Okay, the step is about for the recovery logic. You can leave that. Now, for the maximum trade, you can have it open 10 trades. You can have it open maybe 5 trade maximum per trading entry. So I can set this for a small account. I can set it to 3 to 2, if I know my account cannot hold too much trade, so I can set it to 2, 3 for a $100 account or 5. If you use 0.0, I suggest for maximum spread, many times on 1,000 is fine. But I think 10,000 may be too much, but only 1,000 is totally fine. Then the use equity stop, leave this as false. Is the one that is up there, basically, but have similar. You want to risk 20%, wherever. So we're moving to the next one. We have the smart reversal protection, which is basically it talks about how the bot has what I call a smart reversal protection. So when you are in a trade or a group of trade and the trade wants to go against you, the bot detects this using something called ADR, and then if you turn it on, basically it looks for quite some things aside from the numbers of bars, the threshold, and whatnot. All those stuff, there are things in the logic of the code I can't share with you, or I can't share on a live chat like this, because that's basically revealing the secret of the bot. So it's smart enough if you turn it on and it detects a reversal, it closes your trade and start trading in the direction. So let's say I'm on, I have maximum of 3 trades here on the $100 account, 3 trades, and then I notice, or the bot detects that there's going to be a reversal by the time it checks for it. What it does automatically is close you out on all your trades, regardless of how huge or little the loss is, and it start trading in the direction that it thinks it's going to go to. That's kind of a smart bot. So that's why I said it's a smart bot. I was speaking to those on the channel, on the Telegram channel, that it's actually a very smart bot. Of course, I'm still working on many things to improve the bot, but trust me, this is market worthy, and I think it's ready to go. So you can turn this off. It's off by default. I will suggest you get used to the basics first. Like I said, there are default settings that I will give you. Get used to them, and then you, for a week, for 2 weeks, explore, do everything you can to. So for the debugging, you can set it to false or true. You can choose. So there's numbers of bars, reversal strength. There is old market that's open. That's interesting. This is nice. The market opened with a gap. So automatically it's going to close up the gap and whatnot. This is nice. Well, guys, let's continue with the analysis of the board. So, oh, this is nice. What a momentum. All right. Okay, now we have the trend filter, which is something I also applied to the board to make it more foolproof, or let me say fail-proof rather. If you turn on the trend filter, it's going to basically trend. It's just something around the smart reversal logic here. With the smart reversal, it's very brutal with the trades. It trades without care. It just doesn't care. It just starts trading. But with the trend filter, and I will suggest you turn both of them on, right? Filter, which is true. You turn this one off, that you want the trend to determine in the time frame. So on a 4 period moving average, on a 1 hour time trend analysis. So whatever time frame you are on, if you are on 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or 1 hour, the bot will use the time. The trend of the time frame you are to take. Is an amazing thing. I know what I say about amazing. I've created crazy bots. If you look at the previous video on this channel, on this YouTube channel, bot was crazier than this. There was no trend filter. It's raw, unfettered. Just how they're developing the market. But I think I want something that I want to preserve people's means to lose money as a trader. Trust me, I've been there. So the time frame there is 1 hour. Usually, I use this at 15 minutes because I will be on the 5 minutes time frame to trade. So then the strength, leave it at 30, but you can explore, change it, demo account. I'll show you how to test the see which of the strategies works best for you. Then for the debugging, you can turn it on. Basically, those are now for the debugging. There's a section here in the bot, this section below where you see the bulb, you can turn it off. If you don't want to see stuff like this, you can turn it off and you won't definitely see it. So, but I chose to use it because, of course, I'm the developer and I'm the one who developed the bot, and I want to see how it's performing so I can know what to improve. Of course, before I go to this point, it was quite a lot of work. I mean, I practically wrote over 1,000 codes to have what we have today in this particular EA. Yeah, thousands of codes, lines upon lines to ensure you have the best for another time. So basically, um, that is that about that. So for the warning, for the info, you can turn it on, you can turn it down, and whatnot. Do and explore the board as much as you can, right? So that is that. Oh, perfect. Now that the market opened, that was why the bot displayed. I have come is that that is strange. All right, very strange. All right. So let me do something. Some of the things I want to practicalize with you guys. So if I set this to 1, I expect it to go to the, yeah, you see it at the right channel. Of course, I'll have to work on the code because I think he sent it a little bit away. Um, Let me show you. If I want it top bottom, I select 2, basically down below, right? Amazing. Yeah, I think this is cool. And if I want it at the right, I just select 3 and it's there. But I think I'll just choose the default. I think it's positioned there. Basically, I can look into the code and remove stuff from it. So basically, yeah. And let me the debugging. If you want to turn off the debugging, where is it? Okay, basically, let's get it. Let's get going, guys. All right. Now that I've explained how the bot works, the input section, I believe by watching this video, you would be able to, when you buy the bot, when you make a purchase of the bot, you would be able to, to say, okay, fine, let's do this. Let's do this, and you can explore the bot as much as you want to. Now we have a few things I want you to observe. The bot looks out for the strength before it takes the signal or before it takes the trade. So I think it's something you want to take your time. So let me just go in straight into the demo live trading that I said I wanted to do. So I'm going to make it an $100 account, which is something I want to, like I said, I promise to make it as minimal as possible. Okay, this is the $100 account. I want it to take both long and short, and I'm focusing on the profit factor. Now, everything here is all good, all functioning and whatnot. But some parameters that I'm going to check. Okay, let me reset the parameters. So I've reset the parameters. Let me set this to true. It's a 3. The number for decimal places is 3 for this particular broker. And let me just, okay, so I will leave it at default. I want to show you something. And then if I should start between the 7s and 12, so let's see how it does in the market, right? I mean, I'm just back testing now, and what is wrong? Okay, everything is fine. The journal seems good. Okay, selected in taking trade. Now, I sent the bot to someone last week, and the person made a complaint that the bot did not take trade. I said, no, it's fine. Many times there are a lot of things the bot needs to tick in the log. If the bot doesn't tick those things, it will not take the trades. It will keep leaving. You keep seeing the bot not taking any trade. It will just leave them as they are. So until it detects the proper trend and can, say go into the market and be successful, it won't take any trade. So basically, this is the bot performing in action, live trade, or of course, back testing. If I say live trade, you will know that is what it means. So the bot is doing, I think, excellently well. If you would agree with me, so it doesn't detect a trend, it doesn't take any trade. It detects a trend, it takes the trade. Now, this is because the filter the filter is on. The filter is on, right? So it filters the trade. Many occasions I can make it not filter the trade. I will show you how at some point I will not let it filter the trade. So well, it has hit a daily target on this very day on July 7th. It hit a 70 $30 daily target. I can turn that off and just make it, work all through the hour. But I think if I have $100 account in 2 days and I have 145, I would want to take out my profit and maybe just launch again and whatnot. But let's just observe the board. So have a realistic target, guys. Have when you're dealing with the bot, have a realistic target. Set something that is convenient. You see, quite for quite some candlestick, the bot did not take any trade because it's still observing the market. There are parameters that have to be in place. There are boxes that needs to be ticked before it does take the trade. And I think that's the high point of this bot for me, really. For me, save. Your money is guaranteed. You can protect your capital and whatnot. So that is that. Let me just wait for the bot to be done. But I guess I can. Uh, I wouldn't want to bore you with this, but I guess I can. Well, I'm thinking of opening another what is it called? Another of the broker I used to test the boards and see if we can start another parameters there for test. But at some point you wonder, okay, is the opportunity not wasting? But I wouldn't say the opportunity is wasting, so to say. I'm just saying it's being cautious. And of course, you can reduce the strength by which it takes the trade, and but like I said, explore the board. When you explore the board, you see it's okay, perfect. Yeah. So when you explore the board, you see a lot of things. 147 between July 7th and July 8th. Well, I guess I have to fast forward this. But I can skip to the end, but you're gonna miss the party. I really wanted to point something out to you guys so you can see. I wanted to point out something to you. So let us watch while the bot takes the trade. Okay, as you can see, the board is, for me, I think is doing well. So far, it's doing pretty great. If you would say that in my book. If you have noticed, the bot hit the daily take profit around here and it stops trading. So let me show you. Oh, good Lord. Well, I'll have till it's done to generate the graph and whatnot. It's fine. So, okay, right now it continues from another market day and it starts to trade. So if you observe the bot, it waits a little while before it starts to trade. So from $100 account, it moved. Okay, I think there's going to be a drawdown shortly because I've seen this played out so many times. And I can turn it off. I can turn off the, oh, well, it didn't hit drawdown. Rather, it's hit the take profit. So I funded $100 with this account or with this test account. And this is the first iteration. Just changed I basically only changed what is it called? The decimal point. I showed the decimal point is 3 and not 2. That's all I did. And like you can see, well, if you have any question, you can always drop it in the comment section. I'm going to attend to it. But this is awesome. From a $100 account, it has doubled the capital. And because maybe I didn't want to rush into, I don't hurry up to say, oh, let me, what is it called? So, but I think we're good. Okay. This is the first iteration and I used 0.01. I did not go extra mile. I did not take any crazy risk. Okay, thank you. This is the result, guys. $100. It targets 30 cents per candlestick. Can you see per candlestick? And then it keeps trading like that. It keeps trading like that. It moved it to it moved it to in a week. So look at it between the 7th, right? Between the 7th and the 11th, 4 days or 5 days basically. In a week, the bot moved basically the bot moved it from 100. I funded 100. I showed you this now. $100 account, it moved it to 218 accounts. Yeah, for me, I think this is okay. If you agree with me, this is absolutely okay. I don't know what you want out there in trading board, but I think this is okay. This is the graph. Now, one of the ways a performing bot is to look at how upward trendy it is. I think I need to get a screenshot. This is nice. Sorry guys, I just wanted to do this. All right, so you can see the upward sloping, and if you can double your account between a week and you withdraw your capital, you're good to go. You can start and go do what you want to do, particularly. So basically, here's the report. The profit factor is 2.0. Bob, of course, basically because it doubled your capital, and the modeling quality is 90%. Awesome. So it means all the ticks that were modeled 90% accurate. So it means that the difference between what just happened and what happened in the market is just a 10% difference. So the 90% shows that, oh, this is good, this is great, this is close to the market. All right. So minimum drawdown was a 31% of your capital. So for me, if I want to take this trade now, I will find a way to set it to maybe 40% or maybe 50% of my capital drawdown to take me out. Yeah, marginal drawdown is 31%. The relative drawdown is at 7%. So I will just set it to my capital. I mean, this is it's crazy. It sounds crazy, but you would have burnt your money and you will be this accurate and automated. That is where the bot comes in. Now, the profit trade for okay, the largest profit trade is $4. Their largest loss trade is 6. Now look at it basically. Um wins 23, consecutive loss 13, right? 2. So all these are to provide you with information that you need in now to particularly deal with the bot and say and that's why I said you need to explore the bot. So let me change. I used I can upload these settings. I can say live iteration 1 and I save it as live test iteration 1 and I can maybe copy to you and send it to you if you want to find out. Of course, you use the exact date, you find this, you get the same result, and maybe change the date and whatnot. But in iteration 1, I use 1 hour as my trend analysis filter. I turned on the smart reversal. I left everything at default. Takes maximum 10 trades, 3 for gold, 30 profit, 30 daily target, $100 account, set the day drawdown, whatnot. But don't forget, by and large, I funded $100 on this account. And let me change it to have the daily filter to be 30 minutes. Let's see if there will be a difference. So you can have this record here. I'll open another one, or it will open another one. All right, here we go. Grid, perfect. I think the lower time frame seems to be aggressive, which is totally normal. So let's see. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to turn off the trend filter, and I'm going to show you what the. So we're going to. This one is where I did not use a trend filter, right? Let's take a look. I did not use a trend filter here, right? Frame for the filter was 1 hour, 14 MA period. Trend filter was 30 minutes, time frame, and 1 hour period. So let's see. Let's see. Well, it's still going, and but I think from my observation, which is meant to have lower time frame, particularly maybe I wouldn't want to jump into conclusion. I would want to let it finish and maybe come into the conclusions or all the conclusions I want to come into. Smart. I mean, this is crazy. I've created over I wouldn't want to exaggerate, over 12 different bots. 12. And I'm not kidding, 12. Over 12 bots. And I can categorically tell you this happens to be one of the best. The rest that I'm working on BTC bot now. It has hit the take daily target for the day. And I'm very, if I should leave the daily target to be more than 30, it could hit it. It will definitely hit it, right? But maybe 30 for the day is fine. And maybe I can look into, you are testing the bot, you can look into having it, maybe you can set it to 50 per day. 50% return on your capital per day is crazy. I mean, it's crazy because the more I think the bot will do fine in the market, but the more you're exposed to the market, many times when you should stop trading and relapse, whatnot, but you just keep working it and working it. It has both the advantage and disadvantage. You can easily triple, multiply your account by seven, take $100 or $700 with the bot, whatever you want to do with the bot. But I'm saying many times it's okay to have a target. Like one of my friends who happens to be part of the team, he said we came up with a God, a God, and we want to restrict it to just having to set target per day. He's an aggressive trader. I've always known him to be a very aggressive trader. So basically, well, there's someone that has been consistently watching me. There are only two people here, and I really want to thank you both. I mean, this means a lot. Maybe, just maybe, we can drop a comment and a like, and maybe subscribe. Maybe you can get the bot for free. I can give out the bot for free, for real, for real, for real, to you, or maybe give you more like a trial so you can see. But I believe I am trying to, get you to see what kind of, well, it's meant to be a live trading session and kills and aids, but all good, all good, all good. These are my ideas already beginning. I'm doing this for the team, just running the boat and seeing what I can get done. Well, let's see. Let's see how far this guy can go. So the difference between what you're seeing now and the previous one was that 20 time frame was different. For this one, I'm using a 30-minute trend filter time frame on a 5-minute time frame. For the previous one, it was a 1 hour filter time frame on on a on a what is it called, on the 5 minutes. Yeah, I'm on 5 minutes. So I think today I will just stick to 5 minutes. Whatever modification I want to do, whatever things I want to do, I'll just stick on 5 minutes and just maybe demonstrate to show you. Basically, I just strongly believe that I will just marry. I would marry this time frame today, right? Great, great. This is great. Okay, well, let's see how far it can cover. I think the previous one did better than this. Targets, I think it won't trade until the date around here is, it won't take any trade. So it means you can, if you are a greedy type of profit, it did trade. Well, maybe it hasn't hit the target. Maybe just maybe it has not. Oh, okay. The daily target is still 14 here. 14. So once the daily target is 30, it will stop trading. And we're in for a long ride. For a long ride. Um, hmm, okay. How far are we? We're quite close to the ending of this trading session, particularly for this week, for the week we are into. The week, by the way, in case you want more context to my statement. So if this is happening in real life, I give it to you. It is not as funny as it is, particularly if you are caught in a trade on the wrong side of the trade. It's crazy. I think there was a news, and gold fell. It fell woefully. All right. So a lot of drama, absolute cinema. So far throughout the profit is 89, which is around 80% of your capital or around 90% of your capital. Mean you're doing well, you're doing fine, I believe. And anyway, if you want to get the bot or if you're looking for a way to get the bot, you can go to the description. I already pinned the description. You can just click on it. It will take you to the channel. You just join the channel for free, and then you can get a trial bot for quite some time. You can see for quite a while this thing has not been trading. Why? Because it did not get a clear signal. The bot did not get a clear signal. I think I'm going to name him. I'm going to have to name the bot because this is too good to be called a bot. I'm going to name it. I will call it a name. All right, good. Fire on. Fire on, fire on, fire on, fire on, fire on, fire on, fire on. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. Um, well, I think it's very close to what it did in the previous. So basically, the 1 minute time frame and the 30 minutes was not really too different. Let's see. 218, 219. Okay, here we go. Like Fabrizio Romanos says, here we go. All right. Perfect. Well, the results are the same. Oh, no, really? Good God. Now, the previous one has 215.36. And, okay, the current one has 215.50. Well, not too different from each other, but I mean, that cent difference can mean a whole lot when I'm doing my analysis and I'm getting a feedback, okay, from what I've done so far. So basically, the first one on the 1 hour time frame made 26, 118.26. The third one on the 30 minutes made 114.40. Because of course the lesser time frame will be way better. So I want to try something for the both of them that are profitable. I want to um I want to remove the trend filter. So it won't take the trades based on the trend. Like a rough bull that is ready to devour. They're ready for a lot of drama or cinema. So let's go. Trend. It just keeps trading without a trend. It doesn't care if there's a trend, like he likes. That is not good at all. Now, once the daily tip, right, you wait for the next day and it starts trading again. Yeah, this person, I'm live. I'm sorry, guys, to have want to chat this person up. Okay. Okay, guys, back to where we were. Now, I traded it without the trend filter, but I traded it with the day. This is what the graph looks like. Data, everything the same, but was different because I did not add a trend crazier by turning the drawdown, by turning it off. So let me turn the drawdown off. Let me turn the daily profit off and just go raw into the market unfettered. So let's start without no restraint on the board. Everything off. No restraint, just do what you can, do everything you can on the trade, and let me see. So currently the board has no restraint. No restraint at all of any sort. In a single day, it's going to double the capital. I know what I did on the board. So no restraint at all. But the fact that it has no restraint is crazy, guys. It can burn your capital. But I know what I did on the board. It's just going to be firing per candlestick, per candlestick, per candlestick. No restraint. So it just practically doubled my account in a day. So the bot doubled my account in a day. That is crazy. Right? Now, this is unfettered, no restraint. Like I said, I just want to. Can you see it's trading per candlestick? It doesn't care about the market at all. It just trades per candlestick, right? The only reason is if your equity gets to zero. So it's a bot that can work 24 hours. Of course, with the downside of it to the fact that many times, if you wanted to work that way, it will be risky for your account and you may not want to do that. I would not do that, for example, particularly if it's something, when I'm trading investors, I'm very, very meticulous and careful. But if you have something you want to burn, if you have $100 you want to burn, you can launch it on the board, put the board on, let it do the job, and you see wonders. You'd see absolute wonders, absolute cinema. So basically, yes, I'm back testing at the moment. The market is very volatile. I won't go into the market. Now, the reason it stops trading, it stops adding additional trade is because there's a limit to the amount of trades I wanted to open per time, which is 10. So once the total trade open is 10, can you see from here? It stops adding additional trade. If you have a very robust capital, you can set it to as many as you can. I believe if it is more than 10, it would have closed the trades by now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That is where I programmed the bot to work. All right, here we go. Almost there. Almost there. So, like I said, for those who are just joining, I've done previous backtesting with some restraints on the bot. This is the first restraint where I limited some parameters on the board and we had a trading week. It made $100 and 18 profit, and it made a similar profit. And on this occasion, the same bot, the same trading bot, right? I did not had any parameter, or I mean, I added some parameter, but removed some restraints and changed some of the settings. It burns my capital, 73% loss. I mean, that is very crazy. And then on another state, and then I am seeing wonders. It doubled the capital in, right? But I guess it can do more than that, because now, the last one before I stop for the day is um I'm going to, what is it called? I'm going to remove the total, I mean the restriction on the amount of trades it take. I'll remove it. All these trades that are hanging on, it would have closed them. If that parameter was not in place, it would have closed all of these trades. All right. So now it closed all the trades. Here we go again. And we're doing good so far. Okay, so we're still going. Okay, this is the disadvantage of the bot. Now it got down here and there was no restraint. Interestingly, although he moved the account to 204 for the first day, he bumped the account. So that is why there's a restraint in it. It's made the profit, but because there was no restraint, and I'm going to remove the maximum number of 25. We can start. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what it can do if we set it to 20. And so there's no restriction on the numbers of trades it can open. It will just keep going, you know. And I think that sounds interesting. I really want to see how far it can go. What is the limit of the board? Because I've started to get some messages already, but I say that I can't attend to them now until I'm done with the live stream. This live stream is part of how you are going to be benefiting from the board. Basically, how you're going to benefit from the board. Because without a live stream, trust me, there's nothing called benefiting from the board. You can benefit from the board. You cannot. So I'm trying to a major problem, a bigger problem of how the bot is going to really help you, particularly explaining the parameters around it. So kindly stay tuned. All right. Please stay tuned. Okay, so I set the maximum trade to 25 to see that it can take 25 trades. So if you have a robust capital, you can keep making as much as possible. Of course, it's very risky if you set the trades to an amount, so to say, but all the risk could be the fact that it will open all the trades and then you'd you'd wipe your capital. So if you want a capital you can burn, this is a bot that will help you burn it. So you know you are taking a risk to either burn your capital or recover your capital. But either ways. So well, let's see what we have here. Um, well, 242 in 2 days. So it's has double the capital and is still doing more. But because there is no restraint, right, on the board, that is that about the board. You know, there's no restraint. This is very funny because I would not have done this if I don't have $100 account. It's actually reckless on $100 account, so I would not have done this. Nah, I would not have. So I'm just trying to explore as many things on the board that I can to see what are the limitations of the board, how far can it go. Yeah, and it's getting excited. Okay, I think it's going to be stopped out now at this point because that was where it was stopped out the last time. So, like I said, I want and I would be, of course, testing how it does on a 1K account. I think it was at this point on the 8th of July, and there was a news. So if you have 1K account and you have something that can return $100 per day, it's on 1K account, totally worth it. If you should ask me, I think it's worth it. But I guess I'm relieved. Okay, we're still going. Let's see. Uh, okay, now let's shoot. Let's see how far it can go. Let's see if it survives. And I think it did on the 1K account. Yeah, absolutely. I think it did. So with a 1K account, you have something returning that amount to you per day, say per whatever. So this same that did not survive on $100 account, it survived on the 1K account, where which is also to show you that sometimes capital really matters. And as much as you have a small account, you're trading a small account, it would be great if you can minimize your daily targets so you can have something realistic and build from that. So if you build your capital from whatever $100 that you have, for instance, if you are starting $100, I would suggest you have a daily target. And so you see, so it did the same trade, the same data. It did not survive on a $100 account, but it did survive on a $1,000 account. So I mean, straightforward, no gimmicks. Awesome. Okay, let's see if you would survive this. But I think this is pretty small to what it can survive. So um, keep going. Hang on, guys. We're almost there. Just a little more, and we'll find out what $1,000 account will turn into with the bot in a week. So, sounds encouraging? Yes, it does. Okay. We're getting closer to the end of this. Please like and subscribe and share with three other friends. We're trying to do something for the community and see what we can build for the community. So don't forget, we're just trying to try to see what happens without a restraint. The bot just left on the market, just doing whatever it likes. No restraint, no control, no restriction, nothing, no stop loss, no daily target, no daily drawdown. Just leave it do what it wants to do. Let's see how it will perform. And really, let's see how it will perform really. Sometimes part of your job as a trader is to, observe these key things happening with the market, and you can judge and redefine your strategies based on what you're observing. So by observing, you will be able to judge with what you call your strategy. You're able to judge it. So the weekly profit is 200 still, but of course, with some pending trades, which I believe it cannot be stopped out. So, still going. Well, I believe that was hell of a day, July 9th. Still going. So, and I don't want to fast forward it to where we have. I just want things to take course all by itself on a 1K account, and then see how far we can go, how long is holding the trade. But interestingly, if we had made the trade more than 25, maybe say 30, 40, it would have closed the trade at some reversal point, because that was around the logic that we defined. Well, I have a plan. I'm thinking I'm going to work on something for this coming week. I'm going to, bot on a live chat. So let's hopefully, who knows? Maybe, maybe not. Well, if you are caught on a trade like this, I mute my mic because I was also observing with you. And no, no, no. Yeah, I mean, this is a 1K account, and I really want to explore how far the bot can go with what it can do. I want to see maybe it's going to burn a 1K account and what it can achieve after quite some time on the same 1K account. So I guess we're still observing, and voila, here you go. Almost there. Perfect. This is interesting. Wow, it survived, guys. Okay. Now is now back taking trades per candlestick. So for those quite a time, so I mean for about a whole day, it was just holding onto the market, trying to but I mean basically a 1K. So like I said, this has no restraint. I added no restraint to this account, just a 1K account, no restraint. Just put the bot to do anything it wants to do. And I think you guys saw it. It did, it really did what it wanted to do. So yeah, perfect. We're almost at 300. I think you should do 300 in a week. It should. If you found a 1K account and you did not, and you added no parameter to the bot, I think it can do a 300 after a week. It can. I think most definitely can. Right? Well, this is what iteration? This is like the fifth, seventh iteration. Oh, nice. We hit 300, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yup, yup, yup. Yeah. Okay. We just hit 300 with the spot. This is interesting. Wow. So it means if you have enough capital, a 1K account, at the end of the week, you can say, okay, I'm expecting 300. I'm expecting 300. And for 4 weeks, that will be 1,200. So in a month, you can double your $100 capital back. Oh my God. Let's see. Let's see if this is sustainable. I'm not sure if it's going to get close to this entry point again, because I think this is where the data ends. If I'd continued the data a little while, maybe to 12th or to the following week, say, because the data will end here, the 12th, where my cursor currently is. But if I had set it to maybe 14th or 15th, or just like I said, make it keep running like that, which I don't have the luxury of time for that. So if I'd set it like that, it will keep going, it will keep building up the capital. So for a whole month, it will keep trading. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to let you do that when I'm done, and to to see. I mean, the live stream is getting too long. This is more than 2 hours, and I think it's time for me to wrap it up. Wrap it up, and and make a finalization of things. But I think if you have funded account of 1,000 and you have 1,300, I think you should stop trading. Well, I know the bot will not, but you should stop. Like I said, if you want to keep it for a whole month, I'm going to do that and I'll share the results with you. But it cannot be on the live stream because I don't want to keep the viewers, just waiting on what is going on. But I will test it on a 1K account with these same parameters that I've used and see what it can do for let me skip to the end. All right. 1, 2, ready, go. Well, fine, fine, all good, all good, all good. So now, guys, we have some iteration. The first iteration was when we had I added some restraints where you have a $25 drawdown. It draws down $25 percent, or I mean $25 on a $100 account. So you are left with, say, 139. Okay, I mean 150 something thereabout. So for the second iteration is where I added no restraint, right? And I think he built it to okay, I used some parameter, I just built it to 100, just 10. I think I stopped this. Okay, this is 7th. Yeah, I stopped this. This is 7th. I stopped this. And then we have this. Yeah, yeah. My first iteration on the live account. So we have 118, right? This is the weekly profit for this particular iteration, and I've saved the settings. I can send it to you after the call. If you want to just drop a comment and I'll send it to you. So this is the first iteration, and this is the second iteration, which is not too different from the first, because the difference between this one is that the trend filter here is 1 hour, the trend filter here is 30 minutes. While this one, there was no trend filter, but there was a daily drawdown. So it first initial gra in my language here. So it first built the account. I was seeing quite some great performance here. Let's see. Okay, I can access the journal again. So the fourth iteration, I did the same thing on a $100 account, no restraints, no controls. It burnt it to the ground. And then I did again. I increased the numbers of trades from 10. Here we use 10 trades, and here we use 25 trades. Okay, yeah, we use 20 trades, I think. Now Okay, we use 10 and 25 respectively. But I now increase the balance from 100 to 1K account. And we see that within a week, it took the trade to say 1,300. So I know you have a lot of questions. So, but you can always reach out to me, and I'll gladly take your answer. And I guess you're here. Thank you, Yomi Richards, one of my favorite guys. I mean, I'd one day talk about Yomi Richards. So that's for now. I'll keep it hidden. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you. I wish I can like this, but thank you, thank you, thank you. So, guys, I'll take your question, and then you can always get back to me on your question. And I guess that will be that today. So, if you want to get the bot, there's the channel description. You see, there's a Telegram handle. There's a WhatsApp channel, a Telegram handle that you can reach, or the email address. You can write me via the email. If you want a demo, I can give you the demo because, of course, I control everything around the coding and I can let you know. So, but I really appreciate it and thank you so much, guys, for joining the call. Have a great time ahead of you. Yes, please.